Hey everybody, I hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to our Might and Magic 6, Might and Magic 7 completionist run. Old habits die hard. So we, in this episode, are going to continue on with some of the promotion quests that were still outstanding. Before we get to that, I just wanted to say a couple closing remarks about the previous episode. Now don't worry, I'm not going to spend a bunch of time whining about the dungeon. I've already explained, or you've already gotten the sense that I don't like it that much, but I felt like I didn't explain myself very articulately while the video was still while last video was still ongoing, while I was still doing the thing, for a couple of reasons. Number one, I was distracted by trying to actually do the quest. Number two, I think I was also kind of worn down by a bunch of annoying things that had happened in the game in close proximity. We had that annoying stuff with Stanley. Before that, there'd been this dungeon where the game kept crashing inside. And so that just added up, and I kind of just, I had pretty much had it by the time we got to Watchtower 6. And then, of course, having Watchtower 6 turn out to be such an annoying dungeon, it didn't help matters. But let me explain just briefly why I think objectively it wasn't a good dungeon. And there are two main reasons. Number one has to do with the combat mechanics. So, a lot of it has to do with the central room where you kind of just appear in the middle, and there are balconies all around you with enemies shooting at you. Now, they do a lot of annoying high damage attacks, and I guess maybe the rationale was that you're supposed to do it in in a real-time mode, like you would do in a first-person shooter game, but the problem is that this game just doesn't function very well if you try and play it that way, mainly because enemies have really annoying movement patterns and you can't aim properly, right? There's an auto aim and which applies pretty much by default when enemies are on the screen, and if there are no enemies on the screen, arrows just go straight in front of you with no real control. And the same applies to spells as well. So it's just not feasible to fight enemies that way. If you try to fight them in turn-based mode, where they're standing still, then there's no way for you to dodge their annoying attacks, and especially those noxious cloud attacks do an unreasonable amount of damage. To the point where even if you went there at level 100, you would still be saying, okay, this attack from these enemies isn't balanced properly. They shouldn't be doing this much. So that was one reason. The other reason had to do with the design of the dungeon. It was not very interesting, it was boring, and also the way to proceed, essentially, you had to randomly click on a wall until you found one that wasn't a real wall, it was a fake wall, it was really a door. And that's not a good design, because as far as I know, there's nothing that would lead you to that specific wall. There are 4 directions, or 4 of those miniature towers in that room, and all of them could have been the one. There's no rhyme or reason for why that one, or why that spot in the wall should have been special. The other reason has to do with the weird thing with the bridges. Even the walkthrough that I consulted said it seems random based on which bridge extends when, and given the fact that you need one of those bridges in order to do the thing that you went there to do, having it either be random or not very well explained how you get the bridge to work in the way that you need to doesn't really... That's not the kind of thing that you should be putting in in a dungeon. But yes, we are past that, and I know I've said this multiple times, and each time I've had to eat my words. Like I've said, oh, this is the most annoying part of the game, and it's behind us now. Now the game's gonna be fun, and then something else annoying shows up. But this time I really am sure that the most annoying parts of the game are done with. Okay, with that out of the way, let's continue on with the actual thing that we need to do, which is quests. In particular, we want to do, I don't know why I'm having so much trouble saying that very simple phrase, but what we want to do is the Paladin second promotion quest. And first of all, we need to pick up the quest. Now, I know the quest is given by a person by the name of Charles Quixote. I guess, I mean, that, first of all, that seems weird to me because Quixote is a specific book that was written in our world, and this is a different world. So that's a... But, I mean, suspension of disbelief aside, we need to find this guy's house, because he needs to give us the quest. And I was stalling, doing my commentary, hoping that I would just find his house. But I guess I didn't get lucky. That's Thrush, that's somebody else. Okay, if he is not in this circle of houses, and I think this is the Archimage quest house. Eversmile, that's nope, that's not it either. Who are you? Dirtmore, nope. And I think we've made a full circle. Yep, there's Thrush again. Okay. Walk through time. Oh boy. This is already not boding well for this episode. Although, to be fair, I mean, even in Might and Magic VI, I would occasionally have to do this, mainly because like you can't remember where every single house in the game is. And there aren't any like quest pointers like we have in most modern games. So let's see, where exactly is Charles? Is he in one of those like weird little settlement that's off to the northeast? That might be him. But let's see. Let's see where he is. 12. No, he is. No, he is in the central part of town. Or is he? Yeah, he is. Okay, so he's in. He is in this main town, but in a different part. So let's try and get to him. I think he's somewhere in this group of buildings. Alright. That's not it. This isn't it. Okay, so am I blind? Is that what's going on? And this is a well, that's not even a house. Was I reading this map wrong? Where did I even think that I saw him? Nope. Okay, so he's actually, I guess, up here somewhere. So this is a house. Where's the door to this house? Org. He's the guy who would give us the Black Knight quest had we gone down the evil path. But we went down the good path, and conveniently enough, the guy who gives us the good quest, I think, was this the guy who followed us when we killed the dragon? Like, who was in our party? It might have been. So let's pick up the quest. So what does he ask us to do? He asks us to go to Deyja. I guess he doesn't tell us that it's in Deyja, but he says It's in a tower owned by William Setag, and he's imprisoned Alice Hargreaves in that tower. We must kill him, I guess, and if we succeed, we will be heroes, or in our case, since we have no paladins, we will be honorary heroes. So now we need to go to Deyja, which I think was just to the south from here. I've already forgotten everything about how to get around in this game. To be fair, I'm like that in real life too. I live in Toronto. I don't go downtown often. I go maybe once a month, and each time it's like I've completely forgotten where everything was. And nope, this wasn't Deyja, this is Brocada. Rather than flailing around, let's actually look this up. Let's actually figure out how it is that you get to Deyja. Okay. Okay. Come on. So one of these walkthroughs, my favorite walkthrough on this game, it's a brilliant walkthrough, but the problem is it's one of those where everything is on the same page, and the links are just taking you to different spots on the same page. And that unfortunately doesn't work very well when you're looking it up on mobile, because there are so many different things that will just randomly change your position on a page. Oh, hang on. Hang on a second. North! Oh, we go north. That takes us to Deyja. Right, because we had to go through this narrow bit of land. Now I remember. Well, sorry for the delay, I just had to refresh my awful memory. But now we're at least on the right track. And if memory serves, I think this location that we're about to go to is pretty small. So what I'll do is, if I haven't already, I think I might already have done so. If I haven't already cleared out all the overland enemies in Deyja, I'll do that now. But I feel like I've already done it, or at least killed a whole bunch of them. So yeah, let's. Oh, we can't go to Deyja because we are out of food. Is there an inn close by here? No, there isn't. Oh, there's just a random gemstone lying on the ground. Why not? I'll take that. Sure, let's take some gold. Alright, let's actually gate to the town that we are already in, because we're that lazy, but it's a quicker way of getting back to the center of the town, and I know the tavern is right here.
Come in, come right away.
So let's get some food, and now let's go back. And I guess at some point our flight expired. So let's cast that again, and finally let us go to the actual place that we're supposed to go. A lot of time, I know I've wasted a lot of time, but hey, at least now we're on track. I'm trying to strike a balance in the series between looking everything up and at least trying to do things myself, but of course when you try to do things yourself, you run the risk of not necessarily doing them in the most efficient way. So now we're here, let's cast our spells again. And looks like most of this place has been explored. Let's check to see what this thing is. We've already won this contest of speed. And before we go to... Oh, no, we haven't cleared out this area. I can see red dots. Alright. So let's cast Bless. And I think we're just gonna be shooting enemies down. Harpies are not gonna be a problem to take down at range. If they would come close enough to let us hit them, that is. So let's quickly take care of these guys. Alright, alright. So far, so good. Alright, okay. This shouldn't take too long. I don't think there are any really strong enemies here. Pulled back there because I could sense that there were enemies really close to me. I could see the dots very close to our arrow on the mini-map, but I couldn't see them, which suggested to me that they were either below or above me. And as it turned out, they were below me. Let's continue on our path of destruction and death. May have mentioned this before, but I played Heroes 3 before I played this game, and so I always associate this location, Deyja, with the Necropolis faction, and so it's a little bit weird to me to see harpies in here, because those are dungeon units, those are Nyon units, and we will be going to Nyon later as well. But yeah, I guess there's no law that says harpies can't be in places that aren't Nyon, but it's just always felt a bit strange to me.
Piece of cake.
I guess if I was more familiar with the Heroes 2 factions, then I'd probably have some criticisms about the monster locations in Might and Magic VI, but since I'm not that familiar with the game, I guess most of it just went right over my head. And whoop, what's going on here? We've got some land enemies, so let's cast Heroism. And let's deal with them as well.
Weakling.
This is fun. I know we haven't even gotten a single hit landed against us, so it's not challenging combat, but it's just really satisfying. Just taking down droves and droves of enemies. Without even breaking a sweat. Alright, let's fly again. There's the obelisk that we're not going to touch yet. We'll come back to those in its own dedicated video, the obelisk quest. Just like I did for Might and Magic VI, I'll have one video where I talk, where it's only about that one quest and nothing else, and part of that will, of course, be the obelisk locations, and we'll go to all of the maps and get the obelisks that way, and that's part of it. That there are certain locations that we haven't even been to yet. So even if we started collecting obelisks now, we wouldn't be able to finish that quest. So there's really no point, at least in my mind, there's no point even starting it unless I'm in a position to do the whole thing. I guess it would save some time in the sense that if I get some of the obelisks now, then I won't have to get them later. But it first of all, it won't save that much time, and then second of all, when it does get to the point where I've got to get the other obelisks, then there'll be that whole annoying thing of trying to remember which ones I've visited, which ones I haven't. So ultimately, I don't think it's particularly, like,
Let's leave it behind.
I'm not too worried about.
Let's leave it behind. That's it?
I'm not too worried about getting them as I go. We'll get them all when we're ready to get them. I don't think there are any sea-based enemies, but let's just fly over the water just to get this part of the map explored. Sometimes, I don't think there's one in this map, but sometimes you'll find little one-off islands or other little things hidden in the water, but in this case, it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. Alright, now we need to fly to William's Tower. Let me just make sure. Let me make sure I know where I'm going. It's like we're basically, our party is basically looking up Google Maps. So let's find where William's Tower is. I think. Okay, yeah, it's to the south of the map. So while we're going to the south, let's just try and explore this little chunk of unexplored map. It was probably just a mountain or something else that was difficult to explore. I highly doubt there's going to be any enemies in it. So let's just fly close to it. Yeah, exactly. It's just some weird terrain that's hard to pass through unless there's some sort of a thing like, ooh, hey, look at this. Huh? Is there something something on the ground, like a chest maybe? Nah, what a missed opportunity. I guess there's a reagent that costs 10 gold. That's our reward for this very deft bit of exploration. I guess it's something. Alright, let's go to the tower, which I believe is right here. Oh, yeah, and because you are a grandmaster in spirit magic, our bless and heroism lasts for a long time, and I'm glad I looked at what these guys wore before shooting, but I very nearly just killed them because I thought they were zombies. Alright. Let's go inside the tower. Immediately, we have very strange welcoming party. We've got guys attacking us who you would think would be good guys. But maybe, well, let me walk that back a little bit. Ooh, my phone has been ringing. I didn't notice it because of the earphones that I'm wearing. I hope it didn't show up in the on the mic too much. But what I was gonna say was these guys, I was gonna say they would seem to be good guys, champion of the sword, initiate of the sword, like paladin type guys, but I should also remind myself that there are good and evil versions of every single class. So there are evil versions of paladins, there are evil versions of clerics, and so on. So maybe those guys were just
Beats the heck out of me.
Let's leave it
the
behind.
evil counterparts. Right. Oh no, were we supposed to be standing on that? I think that might have been... I think that might have been the case. Okay, let's bring it down. In the meantime, let's cast, I don't know, torchlight. What a slow elevator. All right, now let's do this properly. Okay. Oh. What's shooting? What's shooting? And let me also save my game before something awful happens. Yeah, let's save over this. Are things fighting each other? Yep. Things are fighting each other. Oh, there's... Did the status bar down here say... Oh, so when we were fighting him, it said Champion of the Sword. But then... he actually is William Setag himself. So he is the person who has been... or who has imprisoned at least one person. Not sure if it's his first. Alright, let's get some healing done, because we're not clear with this area just yet. We still have the yellow danger indicator. Ooh, he gives us a key. William's Tower key, alright. Let's hold on to that. Oh, there's Alice. I guess she's right there. Please get me out of here. I don't want to die. Are you with us now? You are with us. That's good. Alright. Let's just take a look around, see what else we can find inside this place. There's something on the ground.
I don't know what that is.
Let's leave it behind.
Sure. Take that.
It's disarmed.
That's it.
Don't think any of these are going to be worth picking up. Nope. And another one of these guys. Alright, let's save again. And while he's distracted with these rats, let's just do as much damage as we can.
What a scratch.
Would have liked to have done more damage. Okay, I don't like the way this has gone. Specifically, don't like the fact that our healer was taken down. How are you missing? God. You guys need to be more... How much health does this guy have?
Ah, what a scratch. Ah, what a scratch.
Yeah, he's got a crazy amount of health.
It's just a cut, but I need it fixed.
Alright, let's save in that slot. Okay, yep, let's not.
Let's kill it.
Oh no, I don't want any of our guys to lose out on the experience. Okay, this is getting... This is getting silly. Just... we need him to miss a couple times.
You'll have to do what a scratch.
He nearly took down Zoltan. Did you break anything? No, you didn't. Alright. Got a sword. Villain's blade. I think only evil people can use this, or... No, you can use this as well. Alright, well, I mean, that's... it's not too bad. I prefer the Lieutenant's Cutlass. We'll hold on to it, because it's like a, I guess, a quasi-artifact. Not really an artifact, but just like a special item. Because you can get normal items with just this status, just like you can get normal items that have this enchantment, but I guess it's got good base It's got good base stats on top of that, which makes it kind of interesting.
It's disarmed.
And a chest which was trapped, but with nothing inside. Okay. I think we're done with this area. I'm gonna call it good. I don't think there's anything else in here. And we don't really need
We
to.
do not need them anyway.
Am I... Wow. So I didn't think...
That one hurts.
I didn't think you could have falling damage indoors.
Scratch.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Come on.
That one hurt.
Don't make this difficult. Come on.
You'll have to do better but a scratch.
Okay, once again, almost killing
It's disarmed.
Zoltan, but ultimately we succeed. We get our villain's blade back. This time, let's not be stupid. Let's not take a bunch of falling damage. I was pretty sure you couldn't take falling damage indoors. And this time we didn't take any. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what went on there. Tis all a little strange if you ask me. Alright, let's go back to Erathia. Let's hand in this quest. But before we hand in this quest, let's
Come in, right
get
away.
some food. Let's
Enjoy
rest
your
for the
stay.
night. And let me remember where it was. It was... Oh god, have I already forgotten? No, it's right here. Here's the Kyoto residence. Let's talk to him. He promotes us to heroes, although, of course, all of us are simply honorary heroes. Yes. Because none of us started with that class. Before we end off, I want to check one thing. I'll save here just in case it's not gonna work, but I'm gonna go to Celeste and I'm gonna fall down, cast fly before we hit the ground and get immediately killed. I want to fly to the magic shop to see if the magic shop has restocked. See if we can maybe save Scum another black potion or two. Is this the magic shop? Nope, it's just a house. Or was this? Oh no, that's also just a house. Okay. I need to have a better sense of... Okay, I think this might be it. Artifacts and antiquities, looks like that's it.
Fine enchantments for a reasonable price.
Looks like it's reset.
Not
Alright, so let's see if we can...
fine enchantments for a reasonable price.
Pure speed. Honestly, that's good enough for me. And while we're here, what do we have to sell him? A recharge item might be something.
Return soon, my friend.
Yeah, I'll be back when you've restocked. So let's see. Intellect, might, luck, accuracy, endurance. This is our first speed potion. So we're gonna need a bunch of those. Alright. Alright. So with that, I think we're gonna call an end to this episode. We did some good work. We completed another quick quest. We went around Deyja, cleared out that map, and we came down here and got ourselves another black potion. So not a bad episode's worth of work. When we come back, we're gonna do some more quests. So the next promotion quest that we haven't done yet, but which we could do, is this one. But it's gonna be very difficult. I think before we do that, we're gonna do some other side quests that we haven't done yet. And I think we're gonna start with this one, the Walls of Mist. But I'll make a final decision next episode. But yes, for now, I think we are gonna call it good. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching, and hope you'll join me in the next one. So, until then, take care.